Okay. So good evening to all of you. In this lecture today we are going to deal with the miscellaneous section of the Supreme Court. In year 2021 there were two questions from this section. So we will also look at questions and uh, we will also deal what kind of questions come in our this 2022. So we will also look at. So first let's study briefly about Supreme Court. Supreme Court of India succeeded the Federal Court of India. So we know there was the Government of India Act 18 sorry 1935. So under that there was a provision for making the federal court. So finally in 1935 the idea of federal court came in picture, and in 1937 they were established a federal court. So finally in January 1950 Supreme Court of India replaced that and established a Supreme Court. And before that Privy Council was the highest judicial body during the colonial era, British era. So finally federal court is replaced by Supreme Court replaced the federal court. Current building what we are seeing the Supreme Court, its inauguration foundation stone was put by the Dr. Rajendra Prasad, then President of India, in 1954, and in 1958 finally our Supreme Court started working from this building. Next thing is that you people would have seen this stone. Have you people seen in pictures or whoever has visited Supreme Court? आप लोगों ने देखा होगा ये वाला. So
Yes, sir.
but can anyone tell what is this? Most of the people don't know about it. So this black bronze sculpture was sculpted in 1980. तो ये जो स्कल्पचर है उसे फाइनली 1988 में बनाया गया और वहां पे सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जो लॉन प्रीमाइसेस है उसमें रखा गया. एंड इट वाज डिजाइन्ड बाय द चिंतामणि कार. Its height is to 10 centimeter. Chintamani Kar is the artist who designed this. And what it means, what it represents, it portrays the Mother India as the lady, and the child shown like this symbolizes that she is protecting the young Republic of India. And book represent the law of the land, and the balance shown on the book represent equal justice is given to all. So this is very symbolic stone and meaningful stone which is put here, in the center premise of the Supreme Court. You can see here it in picture. This mother, this kid, and this book. Next is that first woman judge as well as first woman Supreme Court judge of India both belong to the state of Kerala. So the first woman judge was Mrs. Anna Chandy. Anna Chandy belongs to state of Kerala, and first she became the first grade Jila Munsif in 1937, and after that she promoted as the district judge in the year 1948, and in finally 1959 she became the justice in Kerala High Court, and she served it till 1967. If you want to see her picture is here. So she is Anna Chandy. Next is the first woman Supreme Court judge of India was the Fatima Bibi. She has also started her career from the district court, and in 1984 she was elevated to Kerala High Court, and finally in 1989 she became the justice of the Supreme Court, and she served till 1992. For nearly 3 years, she was the Justice of India. So till yet, none of the women have become Chief Justice in India, but many women currently we know. Can anyone tell how many women judges in our Supreme Court in India? Women judge.
Present four. Present में four women हैं.
Sorry.
Four.
So currently there are 4 women judges in our Supreme Court. Yes, 4 judges. And current strength of the Supreme Court is 34. But it was not from very beginning that it was 34. So when our this original constitution had fixed the strength of Supreme Court is 8 and left it to the parliament to increase the number of judges as when needed or required. So whenever there was necessity and requirement as cases are increasing, so according to that, I mean, there is provision to increase the number of judges in Supreme Court. So earlier, originally there were 8, currently the strength is 34. So here you can see how gradually it increased. 11 in 1916, 14 in 1978, 18 in 1986. So you have to just remember that in the very beginning there were 8 and current strength is 34 and current 4 women judges are in our Supreme Court, because recently 3 women judges in a single time entered in the Supreme Court. 9 judges entered, in which 3 were women and 6 were male. And this picture is the Fatima Bibi's picture. Next is judges of the Supreme Court is appointed by the President after consultation the judges of the Supreme Court and High Courts in states according to Article 124(2). For the Supreme Court, for appointment of Supreme Court judges, they take the base of Article 124 provision to clause 2. Till 1993, Supreme Court judges were appointed by the President on the recommendation of CJI. Earlier, whatever CJI used to say, direct, to the President to appoint, so as President appoint. But from 1993, when collegium system came and CJI plus topmost, senior most judges, total number which made 5 senior most judges committee, which we call collegium. They give the recommended name to the long ministry and after scrutinizing send the paper to the President. So long ministry scrutinize it and send it to the President. Now it depends upon the President to consider the name or return them from the consideration to the Supreme Court. So now it depends upon the President to either make them a judge of Supreme Court or just send it back to the Supreme Court to reconsider it. But if again Supreme Court sends it back, then a President has to appoint those persons as Supreme Court judge. So this is the basically provision how the Supreme Court judges are appointed. Retired judge of Supreme Court. There was somewhere question regarding that in previous year. Retired Supreme Court judges cannot act as a judge in any court within the territory of India. So one thing is clear, they cannot act as a judge in any court within the territory of India after getting retired, and they cannot also practice in any court of India. So government generally make them head of the various commissions and committees. The President of India appoints the Chief Justice of India. President appoints the Chief Justice of India. And we all know CJI can hold office up to 65 years. Can anyone tell how much, what is the tenure of a High Court judge?
62.
6 years or the age of 62.
So it is 62. It's not 6 years, it's 62 years. Also, CJI can be removed only through the process of impeachment. Any judge of the High Court or Supreme Court only can be removed through the process of impeachment, and only on two grounds. First is the misbehavior, and second is the incapacity. I mean, if they are not capable enough to serve their duty, on that ground they can be removed. So they, on these two grounds only, misbehavior and incapacity. Chief Justice of India submits its resignation to the President of India, and President of India administers the oath of the Chief Justice of India. This is, we have to remember. The first Chief Justice of India was Mr. Sir Maurice Goyal. आप लोगों ने सुना है गोयल हॉस्टल के बारे में? A very famous hostel here in DU. Have anyone of you heard? So there is a Goyal hostel on his name. So Sir Maurice Goyal was the first Chief Justice of India before independence. I mean, he took charge on 1st October 1937. As I have told, that federal court concept came in the Government of India Act in 1935, and finally federal court established in the year 1937. And its first judge was the Maurice Goyal in 1937, and he served it till the year 1943. And first judge, independent judge, was the Justice Harilal J.K. Sundas Kaniar or H.J. Kaniar. He was the first Chief Justice of India. You can see here. He is the Maurice Goyal, and here is Hiralal Kaniar, H.J. Kaniar. So from this slide, two direct questions came last year. So first question, what they asked that who was the first Chief Justice of India? So as we all know, H.J. Kaniar was the first Justice of India. And second question they have asked, who was the shortest tenure as a Chief Justice of India? So that person is Kamal Narayan Singh. He was the 22nd Chief Justice of India and the shortest serving CJI Chief Justice of India. His tenure started from 25th November 1991 and it ended on 12th December 1991. So only for 17 days he was the Chief Justice of India. So these two questions were asked. So there might be chances that they ask who was the person who has the longest serving Chief Justice of India. So that person was Yashwant Vishnu Chandrachud or Y.D. Chandrachud. He was the 16th Chief Justice and his tenure was from 22nd February 1978 to 11 July 1985 and total 7 years 139 days. So till yet he is the longest serving CJI in our country. So these are the questions which are, we have to focus. If they might go deep down, then they can ask the question from here. Like who are the first Muslim CJI or who are the first minority CJI in our country? So that was the Justice Muhammad Hidayatullah. He was the 11th Chief Justice of our country. who was the first Chief Justice from Dalit community. So K.G. Balakrishnan was the from the Dalit community. From Sikh community, J.S. Khair. J.S. Khair. Hello. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Something happened in between. I think network issue. Some was there, huh? So I was saying that 44th Chief Justice J.S. Khair was the first from the Sikh community. K.G. Balakrishnan from Dalit community and Hidayatullah from Muslim community. And Sharosh Homi Kapadia was from the Parsi community. 38th Chief Justice. So chances are there from asking this section. Mostly chances are there they will ask something from here. But still I will suggest you that once go through this and have some idea. The present Chief Justice of someone was asking some question.
सर एक क्वेश्चन और था कि कौन से जज ऐसे थे जो भारत के तीनों बड़े पोस्ट को मतलब तीनों बड़े पोस्ट पे गए थे
तीनों बड़े पोस्ट
Yes,
मोहम्मद हिदायतुल्लाह।
तीन कौन से बड़े पोस्ट
प्रेसिडेंट, वाइस प्रेसिडेंट और
तीन
Oh,
of India।
ओके
जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया।
कौन सी ईयर में था ये क्वेश्चन
1969 में गए थे।
नहीं आई एम आस्किंग दैट इन विच ईयर दिस क्वेश्चन वाज आस्क्ड ओके फाइन
सब देखा था लेकिन पता नहीं है कुछ,
ओके ओके
याद नहीं है।
Sir, I will check then I will inform.
हाँ सेंड मी इट so the present chief justice is M.D. Ramanna and he is going to retire this year in 16 August and after that U.U. Lalit will succeed him as the next chief justice of India and his tenure is going to only for 2 months and after that D.Y. Chanchul will become the chief justice for the 2 years. So as we have read that his father Yaswant Vishnu Chanchul, Y.V. Chanchul, and when his son will become the chief justice, it will become a new record that a father-son duo serving as the chief justice of this nation. That will become a new record, new history. That's what is written here. Next is Attorney General of India. So first Attorney General was M.C. Setalvad. He was the longest serving Attorney General in our country, as well as the first as well as the longest. He served more than 13 years, appointed by Jawaharlal Nehru. And Soli Sorabji. Soli Sorabji was the shortest serving Chief Justice of India. We have read a Soli Sorabji committee. Can anyone tell regarding which committee?
पुलिस रिफॉर्म।
Yes. Soli Sorabji committee was regarding the police reform. Good. Keep revising, that is going to only help you in exam. Police reform. And current Attorney General is K.K. Venugopal. So his tenure is going to complete in coming days. So can anyone tell where this Attorney General of India is mentioned in our Constitution?
76.
76 article.
Yes, Article 76. And where Advocate General is mentioned?
165.
165 165
यस सर.
Good, good. Okay, so this is the basic thing. You have to read. I just go with other names too, one by one. But remember these three figures. These three figures are really important for our exam point of view. So can anyone tell what is there in Article 123?
ordinance making power of president
of the president.
legislative power
Okay, and what is Article 143?
advisory jurisdiction
Of
Supreme Court.
supreme court के president
So in Article 123 there that president can take the advice of the Supreme Court when there would be a matter regarding the public, something which affects the public and for the interest of public, then president can take the advice from the Supreme Court. But is it binding
not
on president?
no
So it is not binding. Remember these small things. Sometimes they frame question like this. So it is, but it is not binding. What is in Article 136?
one
Special leave.
special leave
Special leave petition. Can anyone define what is SLP? Special leave petition. No one knows.
take a case from lower courts and other tribunals which are national importance or any constitutional
Sir, which matter
importance
they
is
are
there.
that are not in constitution?
No.
सर
Special
ऐसा
leave.
केस जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में मेंशन नहीं हो और उस पे केस चल रहा हो तो अगर जो आप डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट के उससे नहीं संतुष्ट हैं तो आप सीधा सुप्रीम कोर्ट जा सकते हैं.
हाँ, तो स्पेशल लीव पिटीशन कोई भी केस में आप जा सकते हैं. कोई भी केस हो जो लगता है कि मतलब इम्पोर्टेंट है और ये डायरेक्ट सुप्रीम कोर्ट में इसे मतलब ले जाना चाहिए. और जब आप स्पेशल लीव पिटीशन के थ्रू सुप्रीम कोर्ट जाते हैं तो वहां पे आपके फाइल को देखता है कोई भी एक जस्टिस होगा जो देखेगा और वो डिसाइड करेगा कि एक्सेप्टेबल है कि नहीं. So it is kind of bypassing the high courts or tribunals and reaching direct to the Supreme Court through this special leave petition, which is in Article 136. What is in Article 52?
president
प्रेसिडेंट.
Okay. And where is Raj Sabha mentioned?
Article
80
80
And Lok Sabha?
Rajya Sabha
80
Lok Sabha?
81.
81
1.
composition of Lok Sabha
Okay. So, do you people have any doubt regarding this miscellaneous Supreme Court? If anyone having doubt, they can ask. Okay, so go and revise it. It is important. If these kind of things, if you have clear, then you will surely get 2-3 more marks comparison to other students, because these are not the focus topic which everybody focuses. So I will suggest that revise it and make clear it. So tomorrow onwards family classes will start by Shahid.
okay
Thank you, sir.
Okay sir.
Okay, thank you then.
Thank you sir.